Hello, it is Dolly. Welcome to my channel, Scrapping on the Go. This process video, I am going to create a 12 by 12 layout using the products from my April 2025 Mix Media Kit from the Crafty Maven Getaway. In the description box below, I will have the link to her shop, which includes the monthly subscription for her mixed media kits, and she also sells other mixed media products and die cuts. You just got to go check it out. Like I said, the link will be listed below in the description box. I am just going over the products that I pulled from that kit to document my memory on a 12 by 12 mixed media paper, which is from the Vicky Bouton Mixed Media Pad. This was not from the kit, and I'll go over that here in a minute. First of all, I had received in the April kit the Dana Wakley Gloss Spray in Eggplant. These Dilution Rock, what do they call these? They're called Diamond Rock, and it's like a mixed media powder. Then I have some mixed media paste, and honestly, I don't know what collection this came from. But anyway, it's a purple, and we have a magenta, and then I also have Prima Flowers, and we have 2 shades of greens and 2 shades of pink. We have the Crafty Maven Getaway Spring Blossom Sequence mix that Hannah puts together that matches the monthly kits. The color scheme is what I should say. And so we have purple felt hearts along with white felt hearts, and then we have purple, magenta, we have mustard gold, we have blue, we have mint, looks like little black hearts, all sequence colors that will go great with the products within the kit. Sorry if I am messing this up, I truly apologize. Then we have these diamond like cut crystal dots, and we have shades of pink, green, and like clear silver color. Then we have some embroidery thread, and they're in 2 shades of green and the purple, and it matches everything in this kit. And this is one of the ribbons that was in the kit. There's a lot more, but this is what I selected for this layout that I'm going to create. Also in the kit was this large wood veneer ladybug, and I may paint it, I may not, I don't know yet. And then we have this rose napkin, which is so cool. I love this. And I'll probably tear this apart and just use one. But you have 4 in here that you can use. And then we have a purple dolly. And we have purple tissue paper. And then from the kit, Hannah provided this nice large stencil. And it is, of course, from Ranger, the Dilution collection, and it looks like raindrops. The memory I am documenting is this gorgeous outside arrangement, flower table arrangement for an evening dinner in Hawaii. And I just felt this deserves its own layout. It deserves to have its own attention. So that's what I am going to document on this 12 by 12 paper. This portion of the video is live, and then the next portion is going to be a voiceover because I will be editing out clips, but just leaving in sections that are important. This is the start of the voiceover. I'm using my spray bottle to mist my 12 by 12 mixed media paper, and I'm going to come back and mist on top of that using the Dana Wakley medium gloss spray in Eggplant. And then I'll let that dry, and then you'll see me bring in the teardrop raindrop stencil, and I'm going to use my Nuva spatula to smear or spread out the purple paste. And I probably go over about 9 of these teardrops, and most of it gets covered with my embellishments and my photograph, but it peeks through. You'll see in a bit. I let the paste dry, and then I bring that napkin and I cut that flower out, and I'm going to secure it to my paper using the Studio Multi-Medium Paste in Matte. And I put some on top of the tissue paper and I put some behind, and it curls it a little bit, but that just adds texture and visual interest to the background for my layout. And now I've cut a strip of that ribbon paper, and I'm going to place it at the lower half of my photograph. I did map my photograph in the purple tissue paper, and you can see I slid in my purple dolly. And before I secure that down, I used the Tim Holtz stencil in his collection number 25, and this one is the rose. And so I take the magenta paste and I smush that through the stencil, and then I will come back using the Tim Holtz Distress Crayon in Rustic Wilderness, and I rub it through that stencil. Then I use my finger to rub it more, which helps, the heat of my finger helps spread that crayon around so that it's not too lumpy and bumpy. And then next I secure my photograph down. I take the embroidery thread that was provided in the kit and I braid it and I add it to the bottom half of my photograph, and I have the tails sticking out, and you can see I selected 3 of the Prima flowers, and I'm going to secure them down in the lower left corner using Scotch adhesive wet glue. I added some journaling lines. And then, as you can see, I added my title, and then I decided I needed something to draw our eye into the photograph and to the embellishments within this layout. So I got out the purple paste. I took some of that purple paste, put it in the lid, sprayed it down with some water, and I took this round paintbrush and I just applied that diluted paste along the entire edge of my layout. All right, this is the last portion of the voiceover, and then we're going live again where I recap the whole process. As you can see, my layout is complete. I am very pleased how it turned out. Let's just recap the process that I went through to create this layout. The first thing that I did was use my spray bottle and added droplets or splatters. I mean, I just sprayed it randomly, not thick. I didn't make it runny. I just made splatters. Next, I came back with the Dana Wakley medium gloss spray in eggplant, and then I just made splatters. I didn't do droplets. I let that dry. Then I took the Dilution large stencil in teardrop or raindrop, whatever you want to call that. I didn't see a name of the stencil on the packaging. I could have overlooked it. I used the purple paste, and I put that through the stencil, let that dry. I matted my photograph in the purple tissue paper, and then I took that ribbon in purple and green, and I just placed it in the bottom here behind the tissue paper. I added the blue dolly. Then I used the Tim Holtz stencil with the rose. It's number 25. and I use the magenta, or it looks kind of red, paste. And then I wanted the leaves to be green. So from my scrappy stash, I used the Distress Crayon in Rustic Wilderness. And I watered it down a little bit and smushed that through the stencil. Then I took the, I don't want to say ribbon, I took the embroidery thread of the two greens and the purple, and I braided it. And originally I thought I would have it down here and these little roses up here, but I changed my mind and I put those little flower roses over here in the lower left-hand corner of my photograph, and took the braided and just placed it right here, and then the tails are coming out there. Then the next thing I did was add these gems here, one of each color. And then I added the sequins, or I did my lines for the journaling. Then I added the sequins, and I still felt something was missing over here on the left-hand side. So I went through my stash and I found this iridescent, I guess is what you would call it, word phrase. It picks up colors that are on your paper, and it just says awesome. And then I added these little stars here from that word phrase. And this was from the dollar store. That's where I got this from. And then I decided I needed to draw the eye into my photograph and the embellishment. So I went back and grabbed the paste and a round brush, and I watered it down some, and then I just took it and brushed around the entire edge here. And that's it. That's all I did for this layout. I appreciate that you have hung in there. This is a little bit longer video, but normally the mixed media videos are a little bit longer. Give me a thumbs up, share my channel, keep coming back, and most of all, as I always say at the end of my videos, get out your photographs, get out your scrappy supplies, document those memories in a fun, creative way. And please don't forget to go check out the Crafty Maven Getaway shop. And remember, I have the link listed below in the description box. All right, we'll see you next time. Bye.